Yeah. Yes. Gamers Rise Up. So we've won 4-1 and I could not be happier. It was a valiant performance that we had. So the story is work didn't let me leave an hour earlier. So I had to rush essentially. The 900 bus I decided to wait for the next one, which came at 10 past 7. Didn't get to the ground until about 40. Kickoff is 45. Hurried into the toilet. Was out by 42. So I had 3 minutes. And then I was in the food queue for about 10-15, which then meant that I didn't see the first 2 goals that were scored. Excuse me. As you can tell my voice, it was a very loud game. But I missed the first 2 goals. I was at the match, 42. I was in the queue for them. But I was, you gotta. I was just cheering. People cheered and booed when they booed. But we won 4-1 against the Macclesfield team who've had a very good season. They beat Crystal Palace, who are the current FA Cup holders, and still are, I suppose, because their final's not happened yet. And we're top of the table on 2 goal difference positive, which is somehow we're top again. It's been a topsy-turvy season, but if you had told me that when we finished 17th, and by the way, we should have been relegated. Our squad wasn't relegation worthy, but our performances were. That we would be challenging consistently for the title. It was always between us and Fylde. After the first few months, you kind of saw if it is staying like this. Fylde were always going to be number 1 to go back up, but it looks like they've probably retained quite a few players from last year. Everything's fine. So for us to be in this position, and yeah, we've signed players for money, but I think the money's been good, like spent better. Most of our signings from last season haven't stayed this year. And even then, like David Carson barely gets a look in. I don't even know. He kept getting man of the match last season, and I was like, what are other people who decided seeing? But anyways, we've scored 9 goals in 2 games. Where was this? See, the issue is we had this performance, right, between August and January. When we got beat by Shrewsbury Town in the FA Cup first round proper, you could start to see a dip, in our performance. Because we were always on the front foot, and when everything's going well, it's fantastic. But as soon as you muck up, as soon as you lose, as soon as you drop points, then it gets a bit more difficult time and time and time again to pick up and to start again. We had a 17-game unbeaten run or something like that, which was obviously fantastic. Macclesfield made us have our first league defeat of the season, knocked us out of the FA trophy, both 1-0 scorelines. But now we're finally starting to beat the teams who are our bogey teams, but not Darlow, which is ridiculous. And my hair looks longer, it's getting longer. But yeah, a very fast, forward-thinking game. And I couldn't be prouder to be in a position now where it just seems like all we need to do is just keep scoring. That's all we need to do. Because if Fylde win 2-0 or 3-0 and we draw 0-0 or we lose 1-0, because we conceded our, right, I get it, Jasper Sheik was our number 1. But he thinks he's Manuel Neuer. He's Manuel Neuer. And I'll tell you why. He plays with the ball at his feet. And he thinks he's in some sort of F2 freestylers competition, yeah? He cost us a goal. He cost us goals before the injury. I'm not saying his injury was good or warranted, but it was nice to have a goalkeeper who wasn't consistently wanting to be this showboaty, he has the ball at my feet. To me, a goalkeeper is paid to stop the goals going in, which means they should actively try and literally just stop playing football. He had this awkward, he saved it with his chest in the second half. Yeah, he saved it with his chest in the second half, and he could have caught it. He pushed the ball up another time like before that and then caught it. But he when he got the bar of soap and it starts falling, slipping. And then there was an issue, I didn't see it off the ball. I think one of our players, Sonny Finch, he went down, apparently he got elbowed, and then their captain was getting booed. It could have been 5-1. The line was atrocious. I was giving him some stick. I'm not in the managerial hot seat yet, so I don't need to be too respectful. But saying that goal wasn't over the line, even though where I was from, it was more or less over the line because you could see that the goalkeeper's feet were behind the line trying to kick it out. Didn't see the elbow to the head that allegedly their Macclesfield captain had given Sonny Finch. The liner was atrocious. The referee was absolutely inconsistent. Most things when Macclesfield's win, I'm not just saying this, listen. I'm all for this was always going to be a physical game, right? But how are they always getting the softest things, but we're having to be snapped to get something? Makes no sense, does it? And the Savaloy dip I had today was absolutely disgusting. The Savaloy dips are usually nice, but I think because I have stuff in the it covers up the bad taste. But I was eating it for like 15 minutes. 2 large Savaloy dips. They're usually gone in about 8. Absolutely disgusting. Abhorrent. But listen, it's been a very good game. We can't blow it, okay? Because we will be the architects of our own downfall, okay? We need to stop letting Jasper kick the ball with his feet. Just get the ball away and let the attackers do what they need to do. It was nice to see Kedwin back. We don't know what's happened with them. Me and other people have theorised because we know people in the know there was a falling out. But he's back in the team. So whatever's been resolved again has been resolved again. But on to Saturday, Bedford Town. I've got that game and then I've got the Lionesses live stream, which will be, I would have missed about 20 minutes or so. And then the Inter Miami live stream. So it's a bit of a busy Saturday night, but it's football. We'll live for it. But I love yous. Goodbye.